Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Javier Alvarez, and I am a professor at North Carolina Central University and an alumni of the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada. Um, 93 ways you think Saudi Arabia differs differs to your home country. Um, I think that one of the main ways that I could um, trace a difference between my home country, the US, and Saudi Arabia is the role that Islam plays in everyday life, being way more visibly central in shaping public life, social rhythms, and national identity than the Bible, for example, in this case, the Christian Bible, play in everyday life in the United States. Um, Religion here is more plural and often more privatized. Yeah. Another difference that I can see is the historical continuity. The historic continuity and heritage that we can perceive, or at least we can perceive abroad about Saudi Arabia being a deep connection to ancient, for example, trade routes, uh, its tribal histories, for instance, and the origins of Islam itself. It's that that alone, just being the place of origin of Islam, it's a form of historical continuity, what we call in social studies, that is experienced differently from the colonial and post-colonial timelines that shape the history of my home country, not just the United States, but also Colombia, since I have that connection. I was born in Colombia, but I became a citizen of this country, and I've been teaching courses related to precisely the heritage in Latin America, the Hispanic heritage, where that probably at this point you probably know the connection between Hispanic heritage and Arabic heritage. That's precisely the reason why I want to explore these connections. And now another difference I see is the social norms and public space that we observe in the United States compared to Saudi Arabia, as far as I know, because I have never been there. That's precisely where I want to be when I come to Saudi Arabia to explore, for example, the social customs, the gender norms, and the expectations around public behavior in Saudi Arabia, which is structured or is structured by traditions and laws distinct from those in the United States, offering a different understanding of community hospitality and social order. Even though I can say that, in my opinion, it's way more similar to Latin America than the US. Now, the the three most um, what are you most worried about? This Saudi. I wouldn't say that I'm worried per se, but yes, sometimes the idea that people have about the Arabic world is that this is a place, right, with um, limitations, for instance, for public speaking or for exercising freedom of speech, or for instance, um, some sort of control over how people dress, for example. That might be something that I would be more afraid of breaking those social norms, even though I tend to be myself formal in the way I present myself. Um, what are most what are you most looking forward to about the trip? Learning. I want to learn as much as possible and draw that connection between my own heritage in the Latin American region which I brought to the US and I'm teaching now at the US education system and the Arabic heritage in my own or within my own heritage. Um, 5 words on top of my head that I associate with Saudi Arabia: uh, technologically advanced, rich, oil especially, um, highly educated, oh, beautiful and rich, tasty. I have met people here in the US with whom I have made friendships and who have invited me to the places to eat, and the food is fantastic. And that's one of the main interests. You know what is that? You know, to compare, to do a comparison between the food tradition there and the Hispanic food tradition. Um, what would you most like to know, learn about on your visit? I would like to know most about, yes, um, cultural traditions, including food, including um, dress codes, including religious faith. Because as people might know, the Latin American region is very rooted in Catholicism as well. Where would you like to see yourself in 5 to 10 years? Well, I'm already a professor, a social professor, and I want to see myself teaching actively courses on the Arabic presence within the Spanish-speaking world. Where are you applying to the? Oh, why are you applying to the Gateway KSA program? I am applying to it because of my deep interest and connection with the own culture. My own last name might come from the Arabic Peninsula. I, if I did the genetic research, I might find out that I have roots there. And yeah, I want to participate on it precisely because of the academic orientation of it. What can you bring to the Gateway KSA program? I would bring my expertise in Latin American studies, my uh, experience abroad. I have visited quite a good amount of countries, and I would bring maturity among which I assume or whom I assume are mostly students. I am not a student at the moment. I am a professor. How would you carry forward your experiences further after the program is over and you have returned to your friends and family? Oh, I am open to explore Islam. This has been an interest that I've had for a while. I have the Quran. Someone gifted it to me, and I've read a little bit of it, and I'm interested in seeing how it connects with my own faith. Thank you so much, and I hope that this answered the questions in the program. Thank you so much.